Thank you, everybody, for your beautiful introduction. Today's topic is about TV shows. All right, so let's start with the question for today. And our question today is, how long do you watch TV a day? What about you, Sitlali? How long do you watch TV a day? Sitlali.
Yes, I'm here. I watch TV 1 or 2 hours a day, more or less.
Excellent. Why?
Because my job, I am in my job all day, and I'm also studying in the university, so I don't have much time to watch TV.
You don't have a long time.
Enough
That's
time.
it. All right. Thank you very much, Sitlali. Sitlali, who do you want to listen to?
Diego.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I would say I watch 4 hours every week TV. I don't have too many free time, so it's the only time I have to watch TV. And actually, I just watch TV series, nothing more. I uh, watch news on the uh, cell phone apps, and sometimes listen to some music, but that's all what I want. I mean, to the time to have to watch TV 4 hours a week.
So you don't watch anything else. Yeah, it is not a long time. It is not too much. It's okay. Thank you very much, Diego. Diego,
You're welcome.
who do you want to listen to?
Nicolás.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, I I don't watch literally any TV because I'm always on my cell phone and I watch series and videos on my cell phone. I literally never turn on to TV.
That's it. It is something magical. Time ago, we used to have a TV set at home, but now more and more people is changing from having a TV for having a computer or cell phone, a tablet, any mobile device. That's
Yeah.
a very notable change. All right, thank you very much, Nicolas. Who's next, please?
Mm, I don't know if it was already her turn, but Minerva.
Thank you. Minerva, hello.
Hello.
Okay. How long do you watch TV a day?
Well, I don't like to watch TV, and I prefer to watch movies on internet.
That's it. Excellent. All right. Thank you very much. Minerva, who's next?
I think Citlali.
Okay. Sitlali, hello.
Yes, I'm here. Um, I like to watch TV series and not much TV. I don't like soap operas. I don't like noticieros. I prefer
Yes.
TV shows.
That's it. So you don't like soap opera?
No,
Neither the news.
no,
All
I don't
right.
like.
That's it. Very good. Thank you very much, Sitlali. Okay,
You're
who's
welcome.
next?
Juan Escamilla.
Thank you. Juan, hello. Welcome.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. I
Excellent.
have some problems with the link, but I am here. I want to participate.
Excellent. That's the most important. You know what, Juan? We are talking about television. The question is, how long do you watch TV a day?
Yes, well, I don't watch TV, but when I was maybe 10 years ago, I watched Simpsons cartoons, but then I recognized that it wasn't for kids. If I had free time, maybe I'll consider to watch history documentals about Egyptians, universal story, or an interesting movie like The Brain, Education, or Science.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Juan. Juan, who's next?
Next is Diego Marroquín.
Thank you.
I'm here again. I already answered, but I'm gonna do it again. I don't watch too much TV. I watch just like 4 hours each week, and that's it. And
Mhm.
the rest of the time, if I need to do something, I mean to watch something, I do it on my phone.
Aha, that's it. You know what? That's what we were talking about this evolution. Time ago, the only way to know about news, to have any amusement, it was television. But now we have many other options. Thank you very much, Diego. Diego, who's next?
Yeah, yeah. Liliana.
Thank you.
I'm ready.
Excellent. How long do you watch TV a day, Liliana?
Hi. Well, about the TV show, I don't really watch the TV. I prefer to read, or actually, I spend my time in front of the computer because of my career. And well, that topic about TV show is, I can say that I go through phases. Sometimes I watch TV to finish for example, a sitcom, and I can spend long time with another kind of tasks.
That's it. Excellent. Thank you very much, Liliana. You know what? I remember that time ago, people had more time for watching TV, not only for watching TV, but also for sharing with their families, for playing in the street. But nowadays, we are busier and busier every day. So we live in stress. Okay, Liliana, thank you very much. Who's next?
Cándido?
Thank you.
Thank you, Elena. Well, I don't watch TV, but actually I'm enjoying a TV show. I find a TV show in YouTube. It's named Me Canso Ganso. That TV show is produced by Canal 22 and is really interesting, so funny, so fresh, and especially when I need to spend 1 hour riding a bus between San Jose del Cabo and Cabo San Lucas. I have two jobs, and I need to translate in some weeks between Cabo San Lucas and Jose del Cabo. And I am seeing TV shows, but I don't watch TV.
Hey, that's it. Thank you very much, Candido. So you spend time on transportation. That's your commute. No,
Yes.
that's it. All right. And so you take advantage of the time watching any program.
Yes, it's very good for me because I don't drive. I don't like drive to between these two cities. I take the bus and special for time for myself to sometimes listening music and other talking with the people and special enjoying the TV show by cell phone.
Hey, that's great. That's technology. That's
Yeah.
one, well, that is one of the advantages that we have. All right. Thank you very much. Is anybody missing? Somebody that we didn't mention? Nicolas, have you already participated?
Yes, I have already participated.
All right. Thank you very much. Anybody missing? No? All right. Let's go to the next part. Look at this. Here we have bunches of words, a lot of vocabulary, many vocabulary exponents, but they are too small. I think that I didn't think very well when I made the presentation, and so it is too small. I invite you to go to the next image. This is a little bigger, and we will enjoy working with this. So look at this. Here we have the definitions of the programs, and here we have the vocabulary exponents. Here we have documentary, kids or children's show, drama, sitcom, sports, reality show, news, makeover show, soap opera, cookery show, cartoon, and quiz show. So let's work about this. It's about this. It's gonna be fun. In the first part, they say this program tells you what's happening at home and around the world. And the answer is the news. Okay, so what about the second one? It's about the lives and problems of a particular group of characters over a long period. What's your opinion? What is it? Hello? Hi, can you hear me?
Excuse me, I'm having problems with the connection. I didn't hear completely, but I imagine that you are asking us about the kind of TV shows, and I want to ask you, Mrs. Maki, we need to answer by chat, the chat box, or by microphone.
You know what? Here I have a message. So I guess that the problem was not on your side. It was in my side. So maybe I am having some problems with connection. But yes, I will repeat what I said. I was asking you about the second one, and we said that it's about the lives and problems of a particular group of characters over a long period. What is it? Here, Diego, Juan Escamilla said that number 2 is a soap opera. What do you think about it?
No,
Is
I
it
think drama.
a drama?
I think
Maybe
it's a reality show.
a reality show?
No,
Drama.
No, Survivor is a reality show.
So here we have a reality show.
I don't know the concept of soap opera. I don't know the concept.
Soap opera, it's a sequence of events
It's a
that
sitcom. I'm sorry, teacher. It's a sitcom.
is it? Over a long period. But guess what? Sitcom is not a series. Well, it is a series of chapters, but they are not related one to each other. The difference with soap opera is that the soap opera is a chapter that finished in a situation, And in the next chapter, the situation continues.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for example, in Mexico, we have the soap opera like a Mariela del Barrio, something like that.
that's a soap opera.
Yeah, and sitcom is like a Friends.
Or like Malcolm in the Middle. That's a situational comedy. It's a sitcom.
Sitcom?
A sitcom is a situational comedy, and it's about the lives or some situations about people, but they are not related, any situation in this chapter to the next one. So I guess that here the answer is soap opera. All right, so let's go with the next. Here we have, it gives facts about people, history, places, science, animals, and much more. What?
Documentary, no?
What do you think? Documentary? Documentary?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Excellent. Hey, documentary. Good. What about the next?
That's a sitcom. That's a sitcom.
Sitcom.
Yes, that's a sitcom, definitely. It's a sitcom. Excellent. Now, what about the next? Here we are in this one. You can see popular games that are live or have been recorded.
Sports.
Yeah?
Sports.
Sports. Excellent. Pretty good. Thank you. What about the next? This program has animated characters and it's mainly for young kids.
Kids or children shows.
Uh,
No, it's
No,
cartoon.
that's cartoon.
Cartoons.
Exactly cartoon.
Yeah, cartoons.
Cartoon, yes. And so the next one
That
is,
is kids or children show.
that's a fun educational program that helps children learn. It's a kids or children's show. Excellent. Hey, that's it. Pretty good. What about the next? Unscripted shows where people try to outdo each other to win the big prize.
It's a reality show.
It's a reality show. Excellent. Do you know the name of any reality show?
90 Days Fiance.
It could be another one.
Big Brother?
Big Brother.
Big Brother. Hey, could Laura in America be a reality show?
Yes.
No, it's a talk. It's a talk show.
Talk show.
A talk show. I didn't include it, but yes, we should. A talk show. Okay, that's it. Pretty good. Okay, so this one, a fictional TV story where actors played roles of fictional characters.
Drama.
Drama.
Here we have a drama. Okay. All right, so the next one. A show that improves homes, people's looks, image, or lifestyle.
Makeover show.
Do you know the name of any makeover show?
It's updating my kitchen.
That's it. That's pretty good.
Or fixing my yard.
That's it.
Change of imagine.
You know what? I remember that time ago there was a situation, a comic that was a sitcom that was called Improving House. It was supposed to be a makeover show. It was with Tim Allen, but it was nice because it was a sitcom about a makeover show.
Makeover show, that's right.
That was nice. All right, so look at this. Contestants used their knowledge to win either holidays, expensive prizes, and cash.
The quiz show.
Quiz show.
Excellent. The quiz show.
Like Jeopardy.
Excellent. Yes. And even in channel 11, there is a very nice quiz show called A la Cachi Cachi Porra. It is also a quiz show. All right. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. Quiz show. Okay. So, what about the next? The last one. Contestants are on this show. On these shows, show off their culinary skills to win the top prize.
The kitchen show.
Cooking show. Cookery show.
Cookery show.
Cookery. Cookery.
Cookery show. That's it. A cookery show. For example, any cookery show that you know.
Chef
Master
Master.
Chef. Master Chef.
Excellent.
Chepina Peralta.
Chepina Peralta, that was a long, long time ago exhibited. Nowadays, I don't think she is appearing on television again. But even I don't know if Chepina Peralta is alive. Do you know anything about that? Is Chepina Peralta alive?
Someone of you can hear to the teacher?
No.
No, I can't.
I can't.
She went missing.
She said that he had connection troubles, but I don't know. Well.
Can you listen to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
I'm sorry.
You went
You know
mute.
what?
We was worrying.
The internet is playing with me. All right. A rude boy, rude boy. Okay, here we are. You know what? This is going to be so interesting now because I want you to analyze some of the positive aspects of television in a child's life. Now we are adults and we know what is good, what is bad, what is appropriate, what is not. But children are different because they trust in us. They don't know what is good and what is bad. Can you listen to me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yes.
Yes, I can listen.
Okay, so look at this. Now we are going to talk about the positive aspects of television in a child's life. They say that the first one is education. Do you consider that a child could have education by television?
Yes, because we have channels like National Geographic that, well, in some cases can teach children a lot about the world and geography and nature.
Aha, that's it, Nicolas. You're right. Okay, thank you. Candido, what about you?
I have a big opposition when some people say that the children see educational programs, because I understand the education like a human activity. In this case, when the children is in front of a screen, he is not educated. In this moment, it's probably he's getting information, is useful information for the children, depending of the age and special. But I'm not sure that is education that you can get in the television shows or television play.
You know what? Yes, that's it. We should separate what is education from information, as you so wisely said.
Yes,
Maybe they
yes.
are having good information, maybe sometimes, but
Interesting information in,
yeah,
in this case could be.
all right, excellent. So they say also, well, I don't know if somebody else wants to participate about this point. No, anybody?
Me, teacher.
Yes,
Well,
Juan.
I agree with my classmate because it's not like education, it's like information that the channel offers to the children. I agree with that idea.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Juan, what do you think?
Yes, other positive television role is in medicine. Thanks for it, many people can to be in observation for a doctor or specialist by cam.
So Juan said, of course, other positive television's role in medicine. Thanks to it, many people can be in observation of a doctor or specialist by cam. Oh yes, you know what? I didn't know that now we had remote medical prescription. For me, it was incredible to know that now my doctor can be talking to me by Skype maybe and making a prescription. Well, that's maybe not about television, but yes, about telecommunication. That's great. Anybody else?
Yes, remember the program Telesecundaria in here in Mexico,
Oh yes, it's by
and
Ilse, of course.
the program of the Follow Me.
The follow
You
me, yes.
remember?
Mm,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
uh, it, um, sorry,
No, it's okay.
gone. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yes, you know what? You were talking about those very nice programs that can help children. I remember also that in Channel 11, there was a very nice program that was Sabu Mafu, and it was very good information for children. And it was very amusing also. All right, so
Anyway, about this point, I need to say something about it, about the education. Even if we have a lot of channels that we manage this kind of information, it's not useful before the child has an habit and a discipline to understand what is the real use to these kind of programs. Because even if we have um, for example, Teletubbies or something like that, they don't know how that this is education because it's in our hands, in adults' hands. So I am really disagree about the education by the TV. I think we can use this model from the 11 years old. And after that, they have the habit again, habit and discipline.
that's it. I totally agree with you.
Sorry.
Yes.
I not total agree this thinking about, because I think uh, we learning the pop culture, la cultura popular,
Yeah, pop culture.
music, movies, TV shows is part of.
Yeah, it's part of that, but I only say this according to, well, I am a specialists in education. So I really think that the part of the childhood, you need to teach them through the playing role, because that is the part that they are going to get in in a social aspect and in the aspect of the knowledge. So I think that children in general, they need get really into playing and activities that teach these activities, the social, the cognitive, and all these kind of things, but by the role of playing.
That's it. You know what? I think that television is a mean. It's an auxiliary sometimes for education, but of course we can't put the child on the hands of the media for having education, because it is our task. Candido, please.
I have a big problem when my well, I need to say that in at home we didn't have television until three months ago. I was really obstaculizing the buying the television, but we have right now a baby of 2 years old, and right now for the baby we buy a television. In this case, for me, it's a big discussion each time when the baby wants to see Masha y el Oso and another cartoons that I have not a special cons in front to the TV, but when the kids are not receiving the skills, the social skills in the family at home, I have problems, because when you are arriving to the kindergarten and you can look some kids with really no social skills, the baby has not the opportunity to the tolerance with another kids, then they don't know to spend time waiting for something. It's very clear. The television is the electronic babysitter in this home.
Well, I would like to add up something. Here they mentioned that television could be positive about culture fever, creativity, improved academic performance, healthy stress relief, learn about technology and latest trends, and entertainment. But I really agree with Liliana when she says also that in certain points. I would like to share with you the experience I had with my eldest son. When Ali, my eldest son, was 4 years old, he was in kindergarten, and the series, well, it's not serious, it is manga, an anime that appeared in that time was Caballeros del Zodiaco.
Wow.
It is a very interesting series, but also very violent. For a 4-year-old boy, it was tremendously violent. And I prohibited my son to watch that series. And what happened was that he couldn't talk to his friends at school because he didn't have the information for understanding what they were talking about, because that was the series on fashion in that time. That was a trend even. But what I decided was to let my son, to permit my son to continue watching that series, but I used to sit down next to him and watch the series with him. And so we together were watching the series. We were criticizing the behavior of the characters. And at first I mentioned, hey, how violent it is. Is it necessary? Do you think that there is another way to take agreements or just by fighting. And little by little, he was telling me, hey, mommy, yeah, you're right. They are so violent. Why don't they talk? They could arrange all of this problem by talking, don't you think so? And so in that way, criticizing the program, we together, we have more communication. Later on, with the names of the programs, of the characters, I mean, he was a little confused because the names were Pegaso, Andromeda. And so he told me, Mommy, why do they have these names? And I said, because they are the names of the constellations. Oh, Mommy, what is it? Ah, constellations are the stars that gather together in the sky, form many shapes, and etc., etc. No? And so he used to ask me to go outside to the yard by night so that we could recognize the constellations. And so I was also talking to him about Greek mythology. So by watching the series, we could also have this culture fever. He was very interested in learning what were the names of the characters and if they were gods, if they were mythology characters. And so he really liked to investigate. The result of this is that I bought for them some encyclopedia, and he wanted to learn everything that he listened in television. It was also a motive for him to investigate, and it was really good because every single program that he used to see was a new book that I bought for him. But of course, most of the time when it was possible to me, I used to sit down with him to watch television. I agree with you when you say that it is not possible to leave our children in the hands of the media. We shouldn't do that. But of course, it is important also that they know what is the word about, maybe by any media like television. Now I'm going to talk to you about the negative traits. Television steals time. It has lack of language for children. It creativity and imagination, and it makes children have a lack of focus. It makes them be unproductive. Also makes them to be obese. It could cause heart and eye health risks. It also causes negative behavior because of the examples that they characters on television. Maybe Candido is what your wife is arguing, that the negative behavior that your child can have is because of the example of the little characters in the cartoon. It affects self-image because it provides a fake image of the world. It also provokes poor academic performance, emotional changes, and causes learning problems. So what's your opinion? Now I think that we can have more ideas about this. Juan wrote, about negative television role, I comment about hard colors, cartoons like Pokemon, that in a moment produce effect in kids, because a Pokemon named Pikachu or Charmander introduced its brilliant colors suddenly, and that was a bad impression for our TV cartoons. Yes, Juan, I knew that when some children used to watch Pokemon, they used to have some brain problems because of the exposition of those colors and the gamma rays that television indeed is exposed to. Thank you very much, Juan. Anybody else? Come on, kids.
Well,
Yeah, I would like to say to think about these consequences in the use of the TV, and not only the TV, electronic devices in general. I has a certification in the use of these devices, and the first thing that I learned in the practice is even a lot of the material that I read and I have really read about this, is that I need to teach the children the limits of the use of these devices. And these limits need to start in home. So I recommend for those who has kids, start with this part. They need the schedule um, about the use of these devices, tablets, iPads, TV, and consider the kind of the programs that they need to see or they need to watch in this case. And the other thing is about that neurological view. Is the effect that produce the constant exposition to this kind of devices. For example, when we develop the, I don't know what is the exactly word in English, but it's neurotransmission.
Yep, that's it.
I talk about dopamine, the serotonin, and all these kind of substance in the brain. We develop the connection between the reptilian brain and the limbic brain, and this form the neurocortex. In the neurocortex, we have the control of the emotions and all the cognitive activities that we develop during the life. So if you let your children watch this kind of devices and their exposition during a long time, you can get the disconnected about the emotions and the real situations in the life. So, and according to this view, the degenerative, or I'm not sure about the word, degenerative diseases in the mind could be causes because of this kind of events in our lives when we are exposed to these electronics
devices.
Devices again during our childhood.
Yeah. Please, Candido.
Yes, I read an article in the last year that in Mexico we have an average of 8 hours in front of the screen in kids of the elementary school. And in special, the writers say that for developing or a pure country like Mexico, there are a lot of time in front of the screen. In this case, the most worry situation about the long exposition for kids is the sleeping disorders, because we have a lot of problems in school. We have a lot of problems, the nutritional problems. We have educational problems. We have behavioral problems when a child are not sleeping very well. The sleeping disorder is really a healthy problem, and the parents are not taking the problem in front.
They don't take it into consideration, and it is so important. Thank you very much, Candido. Diego, you wanted to speak also.
Yes. Well, the first thing, that's my point of view. The first thing is television. It's, in my point of view, is kind of dying. Right now we have more specific programs, documentals, what we want to show to our kids. Well, I don't have that problem anymore. My son is 22 years old now, so it's not a problem for me anymore. But we still have special programs, shows, or whatever we want to show to our kids, and the negative impact in our children is because it's a lot of exposition. But if we uh, let them see hour every day or hour and a half every day, I don't think it's too bad. What I understand Liliana was talking about, it's a lot of exposition to that electronic devices. But if we manage the time for them to play a little bit outside, do exercise, do homework, and after an hour or hour and a half, it's not gonna be too bad for them. And especially if we show them specific things to watch, like very innocent cartoons or very healthy programs like learn to paint or how to read or how to write, when we don't have the time to teach them that subject. But that's my point of view.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Diego. Finally, Armando wrote, watch the TV is a problem or a consequence. I think that it is not I don't know, because it can be a consequence of how we are living, that we are in a rush all of the time and we don't pay attention to our children. And sometimes it is like an auxiliary. Give the child a cell phone, put the television in front so that they can be busy. Meanwhile, I'll do other things. But it's also the problem that it's causing many different problems. For example, the lack of identity. And not only that, but also bad behavior. Like here we are mentioning obesity, lack of focus, etc., etc., etc. I think that it is a very serious topic that we should, as parents or as responsible of some children sometime, take into consideration when deciding what kind of activity we could do. Aha, Candido wrote, it's an e-babysitter. That's it. And Liliana wrote, exactly, schedule, limits, and good choices. Aha, a good choice. Excellent. All right, you know what? I think that this is so interesting. Do any one of you want to say anything else, participate? Because we are almost finishing. No? All right. Well, kids, I think that this was a very interesting topic. I personally enjoyed listening to your opinions and how much wisdom you have about this topic. I really thank you for your brilliant participation, for your attendance, and for your attention. And I would like to meet you next class, next Sunday, at the same time, classroom 3. Thank you very much. Oh, Minerva wrote in here, the problem is that some parents don't pay attention to their kids for staying at their phones, or because they both work, but kids really need limits and more attention. Totally agree. Thank you very much, Minerva. Okay, well, yes, Nicolas, please tell me.
Sorry. Well, my question isn't about this lesson, but about the the internet platform. The last week I entered and there was something called assignments, but there was nothing. There will be assignments and we will have to do jobs, or I don't know. didn't understand how
Uh,
that was going to work, so I had that question.
And no, don't worry. You know what? Each week you are going to have some assignments. The last week I assigned everything on Monday morning, but I took time today for assigning all of the tasks for this week today morning. So if you go into the platform, you will find that you have the assignments for all the week. Even for B2, I assigned 14 activities. For C1, I assigned 12. And for C1 plus, I assigned 10 activities. So yes, now you have your activities ready for you to work.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, my pleasure. Well, then have a very good night. Thank you for your attention, participation, and attendance, and meet you next week. Have a very good night and a wonderful week. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
Everyone.
Good night.
you. Have a good night.
See you.
See you next.